Audience. The next question goes to Sally first, but to both of our candidates. Which initiatives would you implement to promote bike use, walking, and transit use in South Miami? A minute each. Sally?
Which initiative?
Yes, I read the question. I think they mean what types of initiatives could you support or propose?
I could support almost anything that would encourage walking and encourage bike use. Particularly, I would encourage there being adequate bike lanes and that people be policed to stop at stop signs so that walkers and bikers are not hurt when cars go moving on through. And what was one of the other things?
Bike use, walking, and transit, like public transportation.
I would like to see a lot more public transit being used. I use the Metro Rail myself, and I love it.
So city initiatives to promote these uses of transportation?
Well, it might be a good idea if people want to come downtown that we run a shuttle bus from a parking that is available and easy to get to, and run a shuttle bus to the downtown area and back. I can't say that that's something I would support until I knew what the finances of it were.
Right. Okay. And Josh, the same question again that was written as which initiatives would you implement? But do you have ideas about promoting bike use, walking, or transit in South Miami?
Well, certainly. We're missing swimming. Then we'd have the triathlon. We have Bicycle Bob, Sally the swimmer, and most of you know I'm an avid runner, hence my campaign slogan, Running for You. Very proud of the fact that South Miami is home to the highest volume and oldest running store, and the highest volume and oldest bike store in Footworks and Max Cycle. This is a great example of a public-private partnership where the city could work alongside of our retail businesses. Again, these two stores are not just recognized in South Miami, in the city of Miami, these two stores are recognized nationally. As far as specifics, the city should be pedestrian friendly. I would encourage an active lifestyle. It's something that Donna Shalala is interested in working directly with the city in. And we should also explore Rails to Trails that runs right through South Miami to encourage biking and running and walking. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, another 1-minute question to both candidates from the audience. Please define what you think is smart growth and how is it different from development? And smart growth and development are in quotation marks. 1 minute first to Josh.
Okay. Really, you'd have to define smart growth, and you'd have
I think
to define,
that's what they want.
Right.
Your definition of smart growth.
And you would have to define development. It's just PR. Depends who's on either side. But as far as smart growth, whether you're looking at 2 stories or 4 stories, it's mixed use where you could have a combination of residential, retail, and office space. It's a balance of the public and private sector so that we do not raise taxes and we preserve our local city, our local community. Smart growth is not building too high, not building lot line to lot line, and making the buildings pedestrian friendly. Again, keeping our charm and adding to the character of South Miami.
Thank you. And Sally, how would you define smart growth as opposed to development?
Well, I think development in general is somebody's idea of what he or she thinks will make money for the person who's developing it. I think smart growth has to do with looking at the immediate surrounds, putting something in that will be used, something in that will not impact negatively the rest of the environment. I think for me, smart growth would include being sure that there was adequate parking and also adequate egress access to whatever is going to be developed. I think smart growth has to do with if something is going to block light, to figure out a way that it can be built such that the least amount of light is going to be blocked from those other people in the vicinity. I think smart growth has to do with building something that is going to be occupied and used, and not just something that is a speculator's idea of what may eventually be used.
Thank you. We have about 5 more minutes left. I was going to ask one more from the audience. maybe we can have one more from the panel and then our closing statements for being ambitious. But this question is addressed to Josh, and then we'll allow Sally to comment as well. I think it's fair to ask, though, because it came in from a potential voter. So, Josh, the question is, why would somebody who has not voted in any election, and I don't know if this is true or not, since 1996, nor served on any South Miami committee or board, or ever showed up at any commission meeting.
I'm sorry, you said never showed up at a commission meeting? I haven't missed a commission meeting in the last 6 months.
Until 2.5 months ago, now seek an elected office in South Miami.
As far as voting, we should focus on South Miami. I moved into South Miami 2.5 years ago, and we start again? Okay. As far as voting, we should stick to South Miami. I'd like more time, please. Moved into South Miami 2.5 years ago. I was not privy to a forum, and most of my neighbors were not privy to this forum. I did not want to make a mistake, and I had not changed my voter registration address. And as far as the history of voting, I made a mistake. That's why I've been going out encouraging my neighbors to vote, and that's why I started a Vote SoMe campaign. This is something that hasn't been done before. This is the logo. It's vote written vertically, so it looks like a marathon medal. Vote SoMe. This is a program I had planned to launch. The city asked, and this is a Get Out a Vote initiative. The city, although it's not partisan, the city asked me to hand this over to Red Sunset Merchants because I was a candidate, and it's something, should I be elected, that I plan to do every 2 years. And I've been extremely active in the community, and every time I've started an organization or sat on a board, I've received national recognition.
Okay. Time. Sally, do you think this is an appropriate question that people might have, that your opponent has not been very active in the city until this recent campaign?
Well, it sounds like he has been active, but not active in the government of the city or coming down to express his opinions. There is a website, and I know that somebody who is at all computer savvy knows how to access the city's website, so that announcements, agenda, backup material is all available on the website. So I'm surprised when Mr. Liebman says that he did not have access to the commission when it's there.
Josh, another.
I did not say I did not have
30
access
seconds.
to the commission.
Okay. So now
I'll respond.
No, at this point we actually give each candidate. How much time do we have left? There's 5 minutes.
There's 5 minutes left. There's 1 more minute left.
But he has a minute left.
If you'd like to respond, it's a minute left.
Okay. What I would like to do is give each candidate 2 minutes each to close. They can give their closing remarks and other comments that they wanted to make in response to the questions. So Sally, you had the opening. So Josh, 2 minutes to you and your closing comments.
Okay, first, I'm going to elaborate on the previous question. As far as my community involvement, I was president of the University of Florida Alumni Association in between undergrad and the time I went to grad school. First year as a board member, the second year as a vice president, the third year as a president-elect, fourth year as the president. During my tenure as president, out of 10 national awards, out of 100 clubs, we received 4 awards. I received a national single distinguished alumni award twice. I'm the only recipient, 2-time recipient of that award. I was also active with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society for 10 seasons. I was the head coordinator for Dade County, only person who did this for 10 seasons. Always had the highest retention and raised the most money. I started a running club, which in 1 year became the largest in South Florida, the fastest growing in the country, and also received national recognition for the best website. The reason I'm running to represent the entire city of South Miami is that I believe in representative government. Again, city boundary runs from 88th Street, Kendall Drive, to 40th Street, to Bird Road. We have numerous areas that are not represented. We have 4 candidates, two sitting commissioners, Walter Harris and Valerie Newman. We have candidate Sally Phillips and Mayor Stoddard running for re-election that live within half a block of each other. This is not representative government. Bob Welsh, running for the other seat, lives just 2 blocks away. Do you want your representatives living within half a block of each other? This is taxation without representation. In South Miami, we need all communities represented. This may be a small community, maybe a small community of 11,000 people. It may only be 2.5 square miles, but we need all areas represented. Thank you. It would be a pleasure to serve you.
Thank you. And 2 minutes to Sally.
All right, one issue that has not been brought up that I think is a serious one, especially when you're talking about hometown character and bringing this city together and sponsoring people interacting with each other. One of the very best places or interesting places for people to do that is this commission chamber. And it frequently, and it is a place where I have met people, it is a place where very interesting stuff goes on. However, it is not a place that is very welcoming, and I would very much like, as a representative of all of South Miami, that the commission chamber be some place that everybody would like to come into, to sit and listen and be part of the running of our city. That is something that I very much would like to sponsor and support. And I would like to thank you, all of you, for your probing and thoughtful questions and for listening to my answers. Now, inevitably, some of my answers that I've given tonight might be different in the future because circumstances may change significantly. Because I may hear more points of view and want to bring those points of view into my decision making, and so my decision may change. I may be shown evidence that I have not yet seen, and so my thoughts or an opinion on an issue may change. It is important, I think, that I be flexible and that I be prepared to take new information into consideration, because I will be representing, when I serve as your commissioner, I will be representing the whole city. I would like to hear from all the taxpayers of this city, anybody who has an interest in how decisions are going to come out. What is not going to vary is my commitment to work with others to secure the best solutions for all the city of South Miami, to foster an active participant government, to keep the budget balanced, to calm traffic, and to grow the city gracefully.
Thank you. I want to thank the audience for being very cordial and listening to our candidates. Let's give them both a big round of applause.